guys, Will here with W.T.F car reviews, and today we're reviewing the all-new 2025 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon X.
And a big thanks to Mike at Furman Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Ram in Newport Richey, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Newport Richey, Tampa, Clearwater area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out. And as for Mike.
And for those of you guys who don't know, the Jeep Wrangler, as we now know it, replaced the original military and civilian Jeeps back in 1986. 4 generations later, we received the JL that you see here, with us since 2018, facelifted last year for 2024. For 2025, this may seem like a joke, but for the first time ever, power windows and locks are now standard on all Wrangler trim levels, and we get a new dark green paint color called 41 that we have here. Outside of the 392 Final Edition, the 2025 4-door Wrangler is available in 6 trims, ranging from the $36,000 Sport up to the $62,000 Rubicon X that we have here, featuring heavy-duty steel bumpers, front off-road camera, locking front and rear differentials just like the regular Rubicon, with the Dana front and rear axles, and massive 35-inch BF Goodrich KO2s with beadlock capable 17-inch rims. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So we mentioned the front off-road camera. It also comes with a 360-degree, full LED headlamps with the LED projectors for the high and low beam, LED daytime running light, and LED fog light down below inside of our heavy-duty steel bumper. With the red tow hooks, intercooler for the turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder. We get the heat extractors part of the hood, and these massive 35-inch KO2 BF Goodrich all-terrains. Hopefully you guys can get a good idea of that tread pattern. With the 315 wide tires here, they look seriously aggressive. The dimensions are 315/70 R17 with the beadlock capable black and silver contrasted 17-inch rims, making these massive 35s look even larger. Everything here is body color too. The fenders are body color, the roof is body color. Not something you see with all Wranglers. I kind of wish the mirrors and the door handles were body color as well, but that's a nitpicky complaint. The upper right part of the side profile reminds me a little bit of the new G-Wagons. Ton of ground clearance. I'll leave a link right here to show you exactly how much there is. No running boards, however, so if you're a little bit shorter, you're going to want to grab onto that grab handle to help you get in and out of this SUV tremendously. We get smart access for the driver and the front passenger. We get blind spot monitoring on the mirrors, and the doors, of course, are removable. All 4 doors are removable, and we get the insulated removable hardtop as well. Same rear wheel and tire setup. The only difference is a smaller brake caliper. The gas cap, it's not push to open, but no latches to pull, no easy fill. I'd recommend premium fuel with this turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. LED taillights, turn signals, and reverse lights. You get the heavy-duty steel rear bumper here too, with the Rubicon X 35-inch spare tire. Shout out Furman CDJR in Newport Richey, Florida for helping make this review possible. Full rear parking sensing, red tow hook, exhaust tip in the lower right corner. And speaking of the exhaust tip, before we fire it up, take a quick look at your floating rear differential. Both the front and rear axles here are Dana, and a raised ride height and heavy duty suspension on all 4 corners. But speaking of the exhaust tip, let's fire up this 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine and hear how she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine sold by Jeep for the 2025 Wrangler Rubicon X. And it sounds okay, cranking out 270 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque, which is a reasonable upgrade compared to the 3.6-liter V6. And so is the fuel economy, averaging 21 mpgs. With 4-wheel drive, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. You can expect 0 to 60 in the mid-6-second range, making it a no-joke performer. About 2-3 seconds faster compared to the Wranglers back when I was in high school. So it's no longer a slouch like it once was, and especially considering 21 mpgs, definitely can't complain about that. Handling, as you'll see when we take it out for a drive, has improved tremendously as well. But what you see is basically what we get. Not a traditional hood, so there's no latches inside to pull. You gotta close each of these latches up individually, which is pretty cool, and I think is a pretty decent safety feature, because with these latches, very unlikely that the hood flies off on you on the highway. But taking a step inside, let's see what we get with just about as fully loaded as a 2025 Jeep Wrangler can get. We get soft touch materials on the top of the door panel, aluminum door handle, 4-window auto-on touch, Napa leather interior accents, red contrasted stitching, lock and unlock, decent amount of electrical controls considering that this door is removable, cargo net, decent storage, and a nice grab handle for the center portion. Napa leather seats as well with the red contrasted stitching, full electrically adjusted 4-way lumbar control. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide with red Rubicon stitching in the upper part of the seat. The grab handle helps us get in and out considering that we do not get running boards, which helps us with the ground clearance but doesn't really help us getting in and out of this SUV. Engine start stop, put on the brake, and everything fires right to life. So with this Rubicon X, we're just about as fully loaded as we would be with a Rubicon 392. Napa leather interior, Alpine premium audio system. We don't get ventilated seats unfortunately, but outside of that, there's absolutely no option or feature that this SUV is missing. We'll see if we get dual pane windows. The window controls are on the center stack since we don't have all the electrical controls because of the removable doors. We do get dual pane windows. That's a premium touch for this SUV, so we'll see how the insulation is, especially with this semi-insulated hardtop, which compared to the lower trim should be a huge improvement, but compared to like a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, don't expect that level of refinement. We still get stitching for the dashboard. Everything about this interior is top-notch premium. The horn area is rubberized, the horn itself loud and aggressive. People should be definitely getting out of your way. The steering wheel also feels nice, premium, thick, beefy, responsive. You get a good idea of what those tires are doing on the road. The infotainment adjustments, right now we're looking at our trip information, start, stop, audio, messages, screen setup, speedometer, vehicle information. That includes our tire pressure, coolant temp, trans temp, oil pressure, oil life, and the battery voltage. Off-road settings, that shows us our drivetrain and the pitch and roll, driver assist, and right back to where we started. Fuel level, speedometer on the right side going to 102 or 20 miles per hour. The stocks have a satisfying click. Auto headlamps, auto high beams. No auto rain sensing wipers, unfortunately, kind of would be expected at this price point, but the intermittent stock right over here on the side. I mentioned auto headlamps. We also get fog lights and interior brightness. Nice Jeep design underneath it. Pretty cool. Shows us a Gladiator. I believe 2 Gladiators. No actual Wranglers in that picture. Interesting design. Tilt and telescoping steering column. Hopefully you get a good look at the pedals. We have 2 Alpine speakers on the center stack. We don't get bass speakers on the door, but as you see, the bass speakers are part of the actual lower part of the dashboard. The new 12.3-inch touchscreen we've had since last year, 2024, for the facelift. Looking at our home screen right now with our navigation and the song that's currently playing. Check out the media for just the song that's currently playing. Comfort, you can adjust the air conditioning and the defrosters. Navigation, we get our TomTom display just like the Ram 1500. It's one of the best in the business. Response is excellent and the resolution is top-notch premium. Shows us where the gas stations are since we're a little bit low on fuel, but I don't plan on driving more than 2, maybe 3 miles, so I think 10 miles of fuel range should be more than enough for me. Phone, vehicle settings, let's see what we get with the vehicle settings. Mirror dimmer, forward-facing camera, and the rear view camera. Speaking of those cameras, let's check out reverse. Our backup camera has guidance lines and trajectory, no 360-degree camera. Our forward-facing camera has guidance lines and trajectory as well. It tells us to clean the camera and the rear glass. No washer included on the Rubicon X. Throwing right back in park, we return right back to the previous screen. Our dashboard with off-road pages, let's check those out. Our dynamic steering angle, gauges, pitch and roll, front camera, cool. We can exit out of there, back to dynamics. You also get our rear axle locker, front axle locker, sway bar, transfer case, all of that, cool. Our final screen in these vehicle settings are our overall settings themselves. Here you can adjust everything technology-wise throughout this SUV with our apps and favorites beneath it with categories. Here you can adjust everything in this SUV individually. We're not going to go through all that. My personal favorite to leave it at all times would be the home screen, so we'll leave it there. 2 air vents beneath it. Volume dial has this marine grade material on it. Feels very rugged and premium. Heated steering wheel, heated seats. Our vent controls, automatic dual zone climate, to be expected at this price point. All stitched materials, even for the lower part of this dashboard. We have the oh crap handle for the passenger, 12-volt, 4-window controls. It's auto-on touch for all 4. Media adjustments, let's check them out. We have USB A and C ports with an aux port right there as well. Dual lockers, front and rear, off-road plus mode. You can disconnect the sway bar. You get 2 high, 4 high, 4-wheel drive low as well. We get our 8-speed automatic transmission, manual shifts in the proper direction, no paddle shifters, wouldn't be expected with this off-road SUV. Parking brake is outlined in leather stitch trim. It's a traditional parking brake. It'll fit 24, maybe 32 ounce bottles and a pass-through, nice for a phone or mug with a handle. Gushy soft leather armrest, Napa leather with red contrast stitching. 2 tiers, you'll fit business cards, some car accessories, pens, maybe a couple wallets, and you'll fit a 12-pack of 12-ounce cans in here. USB-A port. The glove box is damp, not lined felt, and not the largest. I'd expect you to still fit probably a pair of shoes, maybe 2 pairs of shoes, no license plates because not quite large enough. Wouldn't fit, as you guys can see. But 1 liter bottle should have no problem. We get perforated leather with red contrast stitching for the airbag cover. Frameless auto dimming rear view mirror. It's not a digital rear view mirror. 3 garage home link settings on the visor with a soft touch material to it. We get the semi-insulated removable roof up top, which we'll see how it limits the wind noise when we take it out for a drive. Passenger airbag, assist, and SOS as well. That's about it though, guys, for the front seat. Let's check out this window sticker, see any features I may have missed, and take a step out back on this 2025 Wrangler 4-door Rubicon X 4x4. With a $51,455 base price, you can pause, take a look at all the standard features for the Rubicon for $12,950. That's the additional price on the Rubicon X, which gets us the Napa leather seats. You can see everything with those seats heated steering wheel. We get the nicer audio system, nicer wheels and tires, body color 3-piece hardtop, and we get the heavy-duty full-time 4-wheel drive system. I mentioned there's 4-wheel drive high. There's 2 different 4-wheel drive highs. There's 4-wheel drive auto and 4-high conventional with 4-wheel drive low. That's an appreciated touch. We'll leave it in 2-wheel drive high just to preserve the fuel in this SUV, but for regular off-road environments, if you live on a dirt road, 4-wheel drive auto is perfect, and you can leave it there at all times and it'll alternate between the 4-wheel and 2-wheel automatically, just like almost a conventional all-wheel drive system. Pause, take a look at the rest of the features. The 8-speed automatic transmission is $2,500. It would be cool to drive this with a manual, but I understand most customers are looking for it with the automatic. About $1,900 for the destination charge, totaling us out a tick under $70,000. So we are getting up there, considering this is just a 2-liter 4-cylinder. I would at least want to have like a 5.7-liter Hemi. I don't need the 392, but some type of V8 for this price point would be really, really cool. At least a Hurricane engine. But here we still get 21 MPGs, 20 in the city, 22 on the highway. That's about it for the front seat. Let's hop out back, see how much space is offered back there. Check out the cargo space, and then take this 2025 Wrangler out for a drive. We get soft touch up top, aluminum door handle, Napa leather armrest, cargo net down below. The second row seats are still Napa leather. The seats themselves, they don't recline, or at least this is the fully reclined position for them. Taking a step inside, the grab handle makes things pretty easy getting in and out. And at a little bit over 6 feet tall, I have about 2 inches of knee room, headroom, about 2.5, 3 inches of it. So if you're under 6'5", you should comfortably be able to sit in the back of a 2025 Wrangler with no problem. We get stitching even behind the front row, air vents, auto one-touch windows, AC outlet, that's an appreciated touch. We get USB-A and C ports. Hopefully you can pick that up on camera. A little bit of storage, map pockets or cargo nets behind both the front seats. You get the upgraded Alpine audio system in an aggressive location, right in front of the rear passenger's head, right behind the driver and the front passenger's head, making this upgraded audio system sound even more impressive. But it's comfortable back here, spacious, center cubby armrest, we can drop it right down. Napa leather feels like for this little storage cubby area. Doesn't feel like we can open this piece up. We get cup holders, nice pass-through, and a little bit of additional storage. Putting this armrest back, that's about it for the back seat of the 2025 Wrangler Rubicon X. The door opening isn't the largest, as you guys can see, but the overall second row seat space is competitive with most mid-size SUVs. Taking a step out back, you can check out the cargo space. Of course, it's not power or automatic. You can check out the sticker that we get here for this Wrangler. It's specific to the 35-inch tires. Developed in Auburn Hills, Michigan, built in Toledo, Ohio since 1941, which represents this 41 paint color. You get the Jeep Trail Rail Ready. Not quite sure what's behind here, but let me know in the comments section exactly what it is. You can open the window up with hydraulics, and you can leave the window open and shut this door. It's just pretty convenient. You can fold the second row seats down, throw some kayaks through there, 2x4s, making this a very practical SUV, although it may not be as large as a lot of other mid-size SUVs. The side windows are also removable and insulated, so I'm pretty excited to see how quiet this interior is when we take it out on the road. With the roll bar and with all the windows removed, the roof removed, that roll bar looks really, really cool. Decent amount of cargo space. I'll leave a link, show you exactly how much there is. Secret storage, we get a decent amount. You'll fit 2 backpacks in there, maybe a carry-on suitcase, and a booming Alpine subwoofer in the front corner, making this audio system sound really good. 12 volt, and that's about it for the cargo space of this 2025 Wrangler. The glass opens up or closes up pretty easily, and we can shut the trunk pretty easily as well. That's about it though, guys, for the inside and outside of this all-new 2025 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon X. For a top-of-the-line Wrangler, this thing is loaded and it looks sick. With the insulated roof and the dual pane windows, it should be really luxurious and quiet. With these beefy all-terrain tires, the ride quality should be surprisingly good. It is definitely getting up there in price, especially considering the power plant. But speaking of the power plant, let's take this 2025 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon X out for a drive and see what it's got. All right, guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the all-new 2025 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon X. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions though, throttle response is decent for this turbo engine. Going up these rocks, steep approach. Yeah, on pavement and off-road, this thing does not really change the ride quality at all. It almost feels like it has better ride quality off-road than it does on the road. And with these monster 35-inch tires, the ride quality is still very good. Right here, boom, huge bump coming up. I will not be slowing down. Almost as if it doesn't even exist. Steering feels nice, sharp, nimble, and direct. Speed bump. Really good isolation. Brakes feel good too. These 410 gears, it's really sharp and nimble when you're just starting to get moving. We can take a step out onto this road, open her up a little bit more, about half throttle. Woo! Yeah, this thing can get up and go. The tires do pick up a lot of rocks with their thick, heavy tread blocks. So when you get up and going at higher speeds, you start to hear some rocks getting thrown around. But that's typical with beefy off-road tires. Also, driving on that highway, I didn't hear any wind noise whatsoever. Easily the quietest Wrangler that I've ever been in my life. This is quieter than the 392 we reviewed on this channel. And even with the solid axles, front and rear, it still has very composed ride quality. These beefy 35-inch tires absorb a lot of the pressure. And this upgraded off-road suspension, when you hear heavy-duty suspension, you would think that it's a little bit stiffer, which is true, but the way that it absorbs the bumps, it may feel a little bit stiffer on that initial impact, but it doesn't bounce at all. A lot of Wranglers that I reviewed may have a little bit softer feeling suspension, but after you hit the bump, you're sitting there 4 or 5 times bouncing up and down. That is just not the case here. You can try one out off the line, on the gas. Ooh. I mean, yeah, it definitely doesn't blow you away. It has a very good mid-range and very good, well, instead of mid-range, it's really good between 1500 and 3500 RPM, but it starts to fall on its face after that. Brakes still feel good. Steering is way nimbler than the old Wranglers. And right here, that low and the mid-range is not even close to what you're getting with a 3.6 liter V6. 3.6 is stronger on top. It may have slightly sharper throttle response. One more time. This one's a little bit sharper. Brakes still feel good. Throwing it in. Yeah, that low and mid-range. Light throttle boost kicks in. Really good power. The top end, foot to the floor power won't blow you away by any means. but the mid-range, the power band that you'll be using in this SUV most of the time is noticeably stronger than what you would get from the 3.6 liter V6. Brakes feel good. Whoop. Nice. We'll open her up a little bit more. Woo. Yeah, I mean, the top end is still fine. I just think it felt a little bit quicker in the 3.6 bump. Yeah, I mean, definitely rattles around with the twin solid axles, but the tires do absorb quite a bit. Brakes, throwing it in faster than we should. Not a bad power plant. It's just for $70,000. I think Jeep could have thrown in something a little bit more impressive. See if we can break him loose here. Woo, nope. And we'll finish it off right here with a quick one. Sharp bump, body rolls limited, everything's flying around. Traction control's not letting us do exactly what I wanted to do, but hopefully you get the point. This is the most nimble Jeep created. Yes, it's been around since 2018, but yes, this JL platform, it's not a sports car by any means, but to be able to throw a Jeep into corners that quickly, to have a 0 to 60 under 7 seconds and over 20 miles per gallon without the plug-in hybrid system. This is a really impressive off-road SUV. Is it the most reliable? Probably not. Is it the fastest? Probably not. Is it the most luxurious? Probably not. But it gives you a perfect balance between all three. This interior is more comfortable, more isolated than any Ford Bronco I reviewed on this channel. I haven't reviewed a G-Wagon yet, but I would assume that this is a little bit noisier than a G-Wagon, but compared to any other Wrangler I reviewed in this channel, this is about as silent as it could possibly get. There's a red light camera alert. This is a genuinely comfortable SUV. Could it be a little bit better? Yes, but then you'd probably compromise the twin solid axles, which is basically the whole reason you're going with the Wrangler in the first place. These 35-inch tires are aggressive. This 41 paint color looks really good, and this interior is so much more premium than any other Wrangler that I've ever sat in my life. At this price point, I have two wishes, Jeep. A, give us ventilated seats, and B, give us a stronger, more powerful engine. Not the 3.6 liter V6, either give us the 3 liter Hurricane or give us a 5.7 liter V8. It doesn't have to be the 392, but it needs to be something more impressive than what we have here. Other than that, if you're looking for an off-road SUV, you want it to be as comfortable as it is capable, this 2025 Wrangler Rubicon X is a really impressive one to check out, and I would definitely recommend doing so. And a big thanks to Mike and the rest of the management and staff here at Furman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Newport Richey, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to our inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Newport Richey, Tampa Bay area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out, and that's from Mike. And a huge thanks to all you guys for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too. It really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment. Let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.